the compliance and regulations to digitise business are going to come in more and more over the coming years. And so the first thing is, why not embrace it? And actually, the thing that you perceive as a challenge in digitisation could actually be a fantastic opportunity if you're not already fully digitised. The other thing I want to talk about here is digitisation should be done in tandem with changing your business as far as possible to a monthly payment model. And I'll explain to you what I mean by that. Now, the reason, if you do these two things, this is what will happen. Once you're over the emotional hurdle of implementing these two things, you'll see incredible benefits. You will have one of the most important things you need in business, which is real-time financial clarity, where your business stands in any given moment in time. You'll also have less what I call financial management stress, which I see in a lot of businesses, and actually something that distracts the business from being effective. The other thing is you'll have better cash flow. You may not initially, but ultimately you'll get better cash flow. When you have more order and structure in anything in your life, it improves. So you'll also ultimately have more money and critically more time. So let me explain these two things that, if you implement them, will allow you to achieve all these. So first of all, if you're not already digitized, go digital. There's some wonderful software packages out there, and the thing I would advise, particularly for people who are apprehensive, is see and speak to your accountant. Your accountant knows best, and interestingly, some people I know, the amount they're paying a year for bookkeeping, they have got their accountant to do them a package where they get the software and the bookkeeping for that kind of a price. And if you're doing your own bookkeeping, don't do it. It takes a lot of time. If you actually look, and there's some fantastic independent articles on this, the average small business spends 2 to 3 weeks a year doing accounting activities. Now, if you work out how much you'd earn in 2 to 3 weeks, it's usually a lot more than the cost of bookkeeping. So you can kill two birds with one stone. You can have your accountant do your bookkeeping and provide you with a software package that complies with all the digitization requirements, and the accountant will hold your hand and help you and explain it all to you. So you don't have to worry about if you're a bit technologically challenged or whatever. The accountant will make it really easy for you, and that will give you a real-time view of who owes you what at any one time. You'll be able to raise invoices much more easily. You'll be able to raise expenses and register them. I mean, on my phone yesterday, I got on the train, and as I'm waiting for my train, I photographed my ticket, typed in a little bit of basic information, and it's gone off to my software cloud, and it's dealt with. I don't have to look at it again. It's on the system. I don't have to worry about losing bits of paper. So it will save you a lot of time there. Now, in terms of the monthly payment system, the reason that I advise my clients to go monthly everywhere, this means on both ends. This means in terms of money you pay and in terms of money you receive. Now, I appreciate some of my clients, their businesses, they can't, because of the nature of their business, they have to charge their, say, fees or the cost of their products and services in a lump sum. But a lot of them can actually encourage their clients to pay monthly for a lot of things. So I encourage you look with your clients where you can do that, and it's often more possible than you think. Another big area is when you're looking at suppliers and paying tax bills and things like this. What a lot of people do is they don't worry about it until the bill comes, and then they're, oh my word, I've got to suddenly get this big lump of money. And so what I encourage people to do is, if it's for a service that you get regularly, pay it monthly. If it's your accountant or any other supplier that you know you're going to be using every year, just pay them monthly. Then when it comes to the end of the year, you don't have to worry about finding their bill, the money to pay their bill. The other thing is tax. You should know roughly, based on previous years, what percentage of your revenue you have to pay in tax, VAT and income tax, etc., national insurance, all these things. So work out what that percentage is, and when you get an invoice, as soon as you get the invoice, put a percentage of that invoice into a separate account. A lot of people call this an escrow account. If you have a commercial bank account, your bank will set up a separate account for you, and you can set up a standing order, or you can just do it manually when you get these invoices in. But put the money aside. So then at the end of the year, you don't have to scrabble around for the money. And this is the important thing. When you look at your bank balance, you're not deluded into thinking you've got more money than you have. And this is where I see a lot of poor decision making in business, because they think they've got more money than they have, but they haven't accounted for big bills that are coming, and so they make poor decisions. So these two things can absolutely transform a business if you do them together. So digitize your business, get help to do it, use your accountant, that's what he's there for, or she's there for, and look at your business and say, what can I get everything as much as possible on a monthly payment system? Do those two things, and I promise you, your business will be in great shape in the future.